Kiki Classic Rock.
It has been so long since I have turned this camera on, and I gotta tell you, it feels really good. And I actually said to Al a couple of weeks ago, I miss editing videos. I just absolutely love it. So, you know, there's been issues with the lives. Al's gonna be like, why are you saying that? But not gonna lie, it's clearly obvious. So we're gonna do this for a little bit. I'm just gonna record the classic rock news and get it out to ya this way, which is fine. It's not a problem. You can still interact with each other in the comments below. It's all good. And once we have to get like another piece of equipment. Hello. But that's going to take some time. Once we get that, hopefully we can do lives again. But it's fine. I told Al, I'm like, why don't you just sit here with me? He's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Why? Start a petition. I think he should sit here with me, but he said, no, what can I do? I try. Hey guys, if you are new here, hello, my name is Kiki Classic Rock. And what I like to do is just talk about classic rock news and everything that is going on in the music world, in our music world, our genre, our demo. I just love it. So if you like that type of thing, please consider hitting the subscribe button as well as the like button, that little thummy thing. Also hit the little ding dong bell that lets you know every single time I upload a brand new video. And all of that stuff collectively, I always say this, helps me out, which is really true. Because if you like the video or you subscribe or even commenting, YouTube goes, oh my, let me see. People are liking that video. We're going to push that out just a little bit more. So it helps me. And I appreciate that. Because I I spend a little bit of time here doing this stuff. So I thank you for all of your support, always. And of course, if you haven't already and you like classic rock, go ahead and download, can you see? I can't even see, but go ahead and download the app for Kiki.fm. You can get it on your Android, you can get it on your iPhone, you can listen on your desktop. You can even go, hey Alexa, play Kiki.fm, and she'll do it. How crazy is that? I love Alexa. So let's go ahead and get into our classic rock news for today, Wednesday, March 2nd of 2022. It is now almost 10:07 a.m. in the morning on this Wednesday, March 2nd. I love you. I'm telling you, this is love. Oh, and wait a minute. It's also the first 3 songs that I listened to this morning. Are they classic rock? I mean, I consider them classic rock, but you may not. Player, Baby Come Back, September, Earth, Wind and Fire, and Night Fever by the Bee Gees. It just gets me going. I have this little playlist and things just come up. Those were the first 3 songs that popped into my being this morning, and they make me happy. They just do. What 3 songs make you happy in the morning? Let us know in the comments down below. Nothing like caffeine in the morning. I love it. I just sounded like Nora Desmond. Did I not? In the morning. Here we go. So it's still going to be the same type of thing. I'm going to read from my notebook because I don't have time to memorize all this stuff. Hello. My goodness. First story on deck. Mr. Daryl Hall recently did a cover of the Eurythmics' Here Comes the Rain Again with Dave Stewart, one half of the Eurythmics. Of course, the other half is the amazing Annie Lennox. Love her. This new version is being called a stripped back cover, and Dave's guitar, along with Daryl's piano, is nothing short of beautiful, and I am not kidding you. Once you listen to it, you're going to feel the same way. It's so great. The original version of this song was released and written by Annie and Dave in 1984 and appears on their album Touch, which was their 3rd album. Touch, us, yes, touch. Daryl is heading out on his first solo tour with Todd Rundgren, and as of right now, 6 dates are scheduled for Daryl, and John has a bunch of his own shows that he's doing. John Oates, Mr. Johnny. So why did Dave Stewart and Daryl team up on this one? Why? Because I asked the question, like, really? Wowza. Dave Stewart co-produced Daryl Hall's 1986 solo album, 3 Hearts and the Happy Ending Machine. And Dave not only co-produced that album, but he also has some performance credit and fun facts. Here are your fun facts for today. Joni Mitchell provided backing vocals for the song Right as Rain. Joni Mitchell on Daryl Hall's solo album. I didn't know that. And Bob Geldof. Bob. Band-Aid, Live Aid, and Do They Know It's Christmas? Bob Geldof. That Bob Geldof lent his vocals to 2 of the songs on this album as well. I love that. Didn't know that. Daryl will be releasing a full-fledged album called Before and After, which will have 30 songs, including his solo work and unreleased music from Live from Daryl's House. Isn't it crazy? I always think that, if you were to take the drive or the trip to Daryl's house, Daryl would be there. But Daryl is not there all the time. He's just not. Does he let people know that he's going to be there before he is there? Or does he just make surprise appearances? Is Daryl's house near Daryl's real house? I don't know. These are questions that come into my head, and I just don't know the answer. So about the new album, Daryl said, and I quote, "I picked this collection of songs from my solo albums because I feel they encapsulate certain periods of my career. Before and After comes out on April 1st, and you can pre-order it at legacyrecordings.inc. I-N-K, like a tattoo. But it's not .tattoo, it's .I-N-K. Pre-order that. You know what else people are talking about? I talked about Tears for Fears yesterday, and they have a new album out called The Tipping Point. Let me tell you, people loving that. People are loving The Tipping Point. So go and check that out from Tears for Fears. They're cool cats, those guys. And we saw them. I already talked about this, but it's here, so I might as well talk about it again. We saw them in concert with Hall & Oates a few years ago. How can you just not stand there and shout, let it all out, yeah. Gosh, dang, I love Tears for Fears. Hall & Oates, stop. Great show. Great show. On to our next story. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stats are heating up. Hot. And there is some movement going on. I was a little shocked, a little shook. Let's talk about 6 through 8 on the board. We have to work our way up, kids. I just thought of that song, Working My Way Back to You, Babe. I used to roller skate to that song. Carly Simon is in at number 8. She's turning 77 years old this year. And if you have not caught her or watched her on social media, she is a hoot. She actually lives on Martha's Vineyard. Imagine if you're walking into a souvenir shop trying to, it's summertime, it's hot, walking around Martha's Vineyard, and you go to buy a tank top, and there's Carly Simon. But why would she be in the souvenir shop? She wouldn't be there. Okay, how about this visualization? You're at a restaurant, you're sipping your glass of Prosecco, because that's what I would be drinking, and Carly Simon walks by to go to the bathroom or to say hello to a friend. What would you do? I would fall off my chair. I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's Carly Simon. And you don't want to go up because it's a restaurant. People are trying to enjoy themselves. However, we're talking Carly Simon here. That'd be crazy to me. She wouldn't be. Does she go to restaurants? I don't know. I would think she probably just eats at home all the time. Something I just don't know. Carly's big hits include Anticipation, Mockingbird, and You're So Vain. I mean, she's got tons of them, but for the sake of time, I only gave you those 3. At number 7 is the guy who has been following me around. But he kind of stopped lately, which is okay. It's okay with him, not with me, but it's fine. Lionel Richie. It's just, he's been in my life. The past few weeks, it's just been kind of crazy. He's a judge again on American Idol, and GQ magazine just highlighted Lionel for having a razor-sharp mustache. Imagine that being an article about you. Lionel Richie has a razor-sharp mustache. He does, though. You can't deny it. And I have to tell you, there's no way food is getting caught in that mustache. His mustache used to be really bushy, though, if you recall, from the 80s. But now it's not. It's tight and sharp. GQ says. They didn't say tight. I'm saying that. Coming in at number 6 is Judas Priest. Now, so many people want them in the Rock Hall. Why are they at number 6? I'm just saying. Come on, guys, you got to go and vote. Listen, I have been voting, not every day, because I have a lot of things going on. However, I have been voting, and yes, Judas Priest is on my list to get into the Rock Hall, and all you got to do is go vote. I'll give you that info in just a second. At number 5 is the Eurythmics. How ironic. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? I just talked about them. At number 4, we got Dolly Parton. She will no doubt get in. There's no question in my mind. She's not rock and roll, but you can't not love Dolly. She's just so cute. Pat Benatar is at number 3. Let's just work to keep Pat in the top 3. Thank you so much. So she gets in. We don't care what number she falls at. We just want her. This is her year. She's got to get in there. Eminem. I'm sorry, Em. He was at number 1. Who knows? Things can change. It's only March 2nd. Things could change. But he dropped down to the number 2 spot. right behind, you guessed it, Duran Duran. I mean, no doubt, Duran Duran, they're going to get in. No problem. They're just right a smidge under 500,000 votes, so they are pretty solid. Who knows? They could be at 500,000 right now. I wrote this last night, so it could already be different. All you got to do to vote, and it's free, vote.rockhall.com. Vote.rockhall.com. Super simple. Please go vote for Judas Priest. You guys want them in there. You got to vote though. And you can vote one time a day for up to 5 nominees. How great is that? It's fun and it's free. You got to get your votes in by April 29th. Then that's it. You're cut off. Gazumba. There is no ceremony date yet, but it is usually before the holidays. I think one year they did it right after the first of the year. However, it usually happens near the end of the year. Drinky time. Well, it is finally officiale. Yesterday, Jonathan Cain told Ultimate Classic Rock that Narada's addition to the Journey lineup didn't quite pan out, whatever that means. But we know that it didn't pan out. We do know that Narada produced their new album, which in October, he said it would be a double album, so we could just get a double dose of Journey, because can we not get enough of Journey? Like, there's never enough of Journey. And Neil said that the upcoming album title will be the same as their tour name, which is Freedom. That's right. And we know that Narada joined Journey as their new drummer to replace Steve Smith in May of 2020, but when Dean Castronovo thankfully came on board and stayed, we love that. He's literally a talented ball of fire. What else can I call him? I mean, he's great at everything, singing, drumming, performing. Like, he's just good at all of it. And we do know that people were asking the question, why does Journey need 2 drummers? However, that's what they started off with, and we are now at where we are at today. Jonathan said, and I quote, "Dean's really added a lot of great energy. When you start playing Journey stuff, there's only a few cats on the planet who know the little nuances. We toyed with the idea of 2 drummers for a while, and we decided Dean was the right way to go at this point. And of course, his voice is fantastic. We are glad to have him back. We're all glad to have him back. He is just amazing." Now on to the next obvious question. What happened to Randy Jackson? Can we talk about, well, we're going to talk about that for a second. Randy was hired at the same time Narada was, and he did the virtual concert with Journey to help support UNICEF. Then it went quiet. Randy was recently announced that he was judging the Teen Star competition. He's done it before in the past for the nonprofit, but no mention of him being a current member of Journey in that article. Is he still with Journey? I think that he's on hiatus, but just a guess. I don't know. But Randy is well, so that's a great thing. That's really, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, is that he's well and healthy. And he looks so happy, Mr. Randy Jet Dog. Oof, Dog Randy. When Journey announced their Freedom Tour in November, there was no mention of Randy being on that tour. So at some point, I would think there would be a formal announcement or something, like I just said. Maybe not. I don't know. However, the way the current lineup is perfect. You can't argue that. And they just sold out Boston on Monday night. What does that tell you? You know, I mean, people are buying tickets, people are going, people are raving about their shows, the energy. I feel so amazing when I talk about Journey. It's just something that makes me so happy when I talk about Journey. I don't know what it is. It's like an outside force. And then, of course, there will be some Journey on my playlist today, as it is every day. What it'll be, I don't know. I just kind of shuffle around and then I just hit play. And there you go. It could be anything. What will be on your Journey playlist today? Let us know in the comments down below. So happy Wednesday to all of you. Hopefully you enjoyed this edition of Classic Rock News. Guys, remember to always be kind to everyone. It just doesn't hurt anything to be kind to everyone, right? Go into the day with positivity and happiness and telling yourself today's going to be a great day, and it will be. Stay strong. Lots of love to everyone all around this beautiful planet of ours. And always remember, most importantly, to keep rocking, because that's what keeps us going, kids. Have an awesome day, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow.